my crafty friends, welcome to Northeast Iowa. This is Karen, and I wanted to show you what I've been working on. So I have a video, I don't know if it will display before this one or not, so I'll go over this. I had picked up these photo albums from the Dollar Tree, and I had taken a lot of my stickers and stuck them in the pages. Well, the book was like this, and it was just not working for me. So I decided to make my own after watching some videos. I just searched YouTube for ephemera holders and got some ideas, and I went ahead and created my own. So I didn't do this one on camera or the covers for either one. What I started with is a manila folder. I had some manila folders cut down to this size for a different project that I wasn't using them for anymore, so I just snatched two to use for my ephemera holders, and I'm loving this. I was so impatient last night that I put this one together. Yeah, and I already have it stuffed with all my stuff, so I'm super excited. So this one, I cut it down to like 8 3/4 by 6. I would go a full 9 if I were to do it again, because the pages are pretty snug, and I just had the that on there to try to hold it together. So you can see I already have it filled with all my goodies. See, there's not a lot of give on the top or the bottom, not give, but room. So there's that one. And this one, I was so excited for this project, guys, that I didn't even think. So I just took my original size and put the covers on and everything, or the papers on and everything, and that was a mistake. But I dealt with it. I didn't want to cut it down because then I'd have to redo the papers, and I'd Mod Podged them down, so I didn't want to mess with it. So this one is actually 10 by the 6. So this one, you can see I have not put any pockets in yet. I ended up, because the 8.5 by 11 would have so much extra room on the top and bottom, I just went ahead and put one to the top and one to the bottom, and I'm just going to work with it like that. I think it's an interesting concept for an ephemera holder, because in this one you'll notice all my strips are like at the same spot, and that's what everyone was doing. So then you get the bulk of your stickers in the same spot. Whereas this one, they'll be offset a little bit, and it might make it be a skinnier journal. So I did my regular three-hole pamphlet stitch for this. And I just took some heavier weight cardstock, just in the plain white, so my images would pop. And guys, I was so excited for this. I sat down last night and glued all these pockets on, and I don't have my thin tip. It's clogged. So my pocket, the glue is really thick on these, and I'm not super happy with it, but it's done, and it has like half to 3/4 of the stickers that were in that photo album. So yeah, I'm super excited with this. I can see things. I grouped like butterflies and birds here. On some of these other pages, I did handwrite what I have because the images are tucked down a little bit and I can't necessarily see them. This page, I wanted to have I have 3 pages with pockets. I have enough strips cut to do another, like the front and back of this, but I don't have anything for the middle. And I was thinking of putting some thicker pockets so for some taller ephemera, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so as you can see, I just did, this is a 1.5, a 1 1/4, and a 1-inch strip. I thought that was 3 good sizes. I did, this is a 1 and this is a 1. I'm not as fond of this one. I like that bigger one in the middle, but I was just doing with what I had with my 12. I took a 12 by 12 sheet of paper and cut it down to make all my strips. Kind of. Sorry, I'm all over the place. I'm so excited about this. This is a page of all my fairy stickers that I have. Here's a page of butterflies, basically, and this is just kind of this is my page of curiosities. Not sure when I'm going to use a lady with a butterfly on her head, but yeah, I'll figure it out. And the flying pig. You gotta have a flying pig in your sticker book, right? So there's that. So yeah. What did I do? Okay. So I took a 12 by 12 piece of paper and I cut it down to the 6 by 10, and I was able to get a front and a back piece out of that. And then from the leftovers, I was able to put up 2 pockets here, and then 2 pockets here, and then this is from that. So I used the leftovers to make some more pockets, because I was impatient and didn't want to wait for my vellum. So in the front, I did a zebra print, and in the back, I did a cheetah print, and I did take some of the smaller cutoffs and do some pockets with those. And then I had one more sheet of the zebra print paper, so I cut that up into pockets for this. And then I was still short, so I took this black and cut pockets with the 12 by 12 black. And like I said, I can do one more front and back, and then I have the inside that I need pockets for. And I just realized I still have all of this, so I'll have to think about what I want for this, but I may just put some more pockets, the 3 levels of pockets in there. We'll see. What else? A lot of people said not to use busy prints for things. This doesn't bother me. It's just the cream and the white. I still think my stickers pop enough, even when I get back here to some of these that aren't as bright and colorful with the black stripe, and then even back here, I think they stand out enough. It'll be easy for me to pull out and see what it is, and not get distracted by the print. I can ignore this if I need to, but I can see why they would say not to use like the colors for your pockets. Alright, so there is that. I'm so excited, guys. This is going to make my craft time so much more fun. Alright, and then while I have you, I thought I would go ahead and get started. I did purchase, and I had it delivered today, if I can find it. Here it is. I was so excited. I sat downstairs and cut up a sheet of my new vellum. There's so many things to choose from on Amazon. I went with Amazon because it was cheaper and I could get it delivered today. The Hobby Lobby and the Joann's, I wasn't sure what they were, and I found this Olympio. It's thick vellum. No one said what kind of vellum they used, they just said they used vellum. So to me, the thick vellum would be a little bit stronger as I'm using this, so, but I'm not sure. So here it is in all its glory. It's not, I guess it is see-through enough. That's a weird cut. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. Oh, and one other thing. I did shop Prime Days. I saw this craft glue, and people were saying they used it in scrapbooking and journal making, so I thought I'd give it a go. It did come with a 3 different size tips. This is the fine tip. And then they have, you can take the tip off, clean it, and put a closing tip on it. So I thought I'd give it a try as is. I know Hither and Yon Studios says that they take their art glitter glue and mix it with the PVA glue. So I was going to try to get a little bottle and give that a try to see if I like it. Art glitter glue is fine. It's just pricey, and you know, everything is getting more expensive, so I was trying to find a cheaper option to recommend to people. And then I was gonna find little bottles to combine these two to see what I thought, if I decide I like this. And then also I ordered Elmer's is PVA free. The Elmer's All specific, or not PVA free. There's an Elmer's All glue, like your school glue, but it's called Elmer's All. That is PVA glue. So I was going to give that a try in another small bottle to see which of these I like combinations. I love my art glitter glue. It dries fast, but sometimes it just dries too fast. And also, when I'm gluing on covers and stuff, I don't always want to use my art glitter glue, but I want something that's strong enough for crafting. So that was my dilemma. What else? The person that I was watching said that on the vellum, you should scratch where you're going to glue, and she actually stitches around them, but for me to stitch around them, I have to get my sewing machine out. I do have my little toy one, but I didn't want to mess with it. I've done some stitching for journals on the toy one. And you're saying, Karen, you don't know where you scratched. Yeah. This does have like a smooth side and a not so smooth side, so excuse me, I am trying to scuff the not smooth side. So let's give it a whirl. Actually, let's see if I can find my 3 sizes. They said to scuff it because the glue will adhere better. Those two are the same, honey. This is how crafting has been going for me. So there's a biggie, there's a biggie, there's a biggie, there's a biggie, there's a biggie. Are these really all the same? So I hope you are all happy and safe. I don't know why I said that. That sounded weird. I hope all is going well in your world and you are getting all the crafty time that you want. I'm super excited to be hanging out in my craft room today. I thought about doing several different things, and in the end, I really just wanted to stay in my PJs all day. But I didn't. I actually got dressed. But I bought myself some strawberry shortcake shirts, you guys, and I am so freaking excited. My little 8-year-old self is doing like jumping jacks and handstands. So I put on my strawberry shortcake, and I'm having a lazy weekend at home. I got the yard mowed last night, like all of it. We have 3/4 of an acre, and my husband was like, just mow the front tonight, and I'll do the rest later. And I was like, you know what? I'm on the mower. It's running. It has the gas. I am just going to go and knock this out so we don't have to worry about it at all this weekend. So that's what I did. In our way back of our yard, there's a field behind us. So we mow a little bit past our property line, but the last few times I mowed, I didn't mow that because it's like an alleyway that is not an alleyway, it's grass. And the only person that walks there is my neighbor with his dog for some reason. So I let it get really tall, and when I mowed, it doesn't look great, but it's done. And my husband said, it's okay. So I was like, sweet. I was over mowing by that point. I didn't want to be outside. Mowing is fun until you start to slide off the seat. is my philosophy. But yeah, so I am so excited to be doing this. And this morning I started my day. I think I've talked about her channel a lot, but Carrie the Paper Monkey, we've got NW friends, and she always comments on how she listens to Zydeco on Saturday mornings. And I'm like, what station do you listen to? I have the ability to listen to different stations in different areas, and I've never listened to Zydeco before. So she shared she listens to KRVS 88.7 out of Louisiana. And Saturday mornings at 8 Central Time and 9 Central Time, they have the 2-hour Zydeco music. And so I listened to that today. I've listened to it before, but I was excited I remembered to listen to it today. And I don't know what it is about Zydeco music, but it makes me want to clean. So that's what I did this morning, is I did some cleaning of a cabinet that we don't use very much. And I found some expired tea. So it was in the paper. It was like the big iced tea bags. So I took the tea out, and I have all those white envelope things that the tea comes in. And I have enough tea to make tea-dyed paper for years. And I have little those little envelopes I need to figure out what to do with, because I have a bunch. So yeah, that was fun. Isn't it funny how different music puts you in different moods? I wonder if the Zydeco puts me in a cleaning mood because I'm not familiar with it. So there's not, like, a lot of times when you hear a song, you're taken back to another place in time. Well, with Zydeco, never having listened to it before, I'm not. So there's no, like, stop and listen and sing along and memories. It's all just get you moving music. So yeah, that was my morning. I've done a little shopping on some stores, but I feel like all I do is thrifty hauls or store hauls. So my goal is to not do another haul video until I get some crafty videos uploaded. Yeah, and I'm really happy that you guys are hanging out with me today. Super excited to see how this goes. Probably not gonna put pockets in all of this right now. I'm probably just gonna use up what I have. It is really hot and humid in my office, and the air conditioning is on, but it's a cooler day today, so I think it's not running as much or something. And I do have a fan on. I apologize if you could hear it, but I'm dying. It's so hot. Hot being relative. I live in Iowa. But I'm also at an age where my body thinks that it's like 110 sometimes. If you know, you know. Oh, and a public service announcement if you're at that age too. If you get a frozen shoulder or your shoulder hurts and you don't want to move it because you don't want to injure something, yeah, frozen shoulder is a sign of menopause. I'll just say it that way. So, my shoulder started to freeze up, and I remembered a lady at work who said her shoulder hurt, and she stopped using the arm, and she babied it so much that she had to actually have surgery to fix it because it, like, locked. So I researched stretches, and I've started stretching my shoulder and it feels so much better. So yeah, the fun things that our mothers definitely didn't tell us about. I don't know about yours, but yeah, health and things like that were not things that were talked about in my house. Crazy. I know it was a different time, and my mom didn't learn it from her mom. Oh no. Oh, that's just gonna go there. I forgot this was a shorty page. It'll be fine. If it's not, I can just glue another pocket here and use that one. Not a big deal. I do notice this glue is a little wetter and it's causing the page to ripple a little bit. But so far, I'm kind of okay with it. I love the little tip that it has. So if nothing else, I'll find a container to pour this glue out into and put other glue in it. Because there's nothing better than a good tip on a bottle, right? Guys, I am so excited. So I did notice that this glue somewhere, it said let things dry for 3 hours. I ain't got time to wait for 3 hours for things to dry. So let's do these. See what I said? We used to say my mom worked on her own time. There was Eileen's time, and that was like, I want it and I want it now. I don't want you to fart around and do things when you have time. So I feel like I'm on Eileen's time really hard in this project. Really hard. Impatient is a better word. And she was. If she called us that she wanted her lawn mowed, it's like, I want it mowed today. I don't want you to do it when you have time in your life to do it. So one thing I do as I load these is I try to not stuff everything in the same thickness. I'm kind of taking a couple and, do you get what I'm trying to say? I can't think of the right word. These look like plants and not flowers. Those are flowers. So there's a word for this, but I don't remember it. Yeah, I just put them down like that. I can see why people stitch, because the glue, it does give a good 1/4 of an inch, whereas if you stitch it, you could put your lines lower. But you know what, for me, it'll be fine. Not a big deal. Staggered, that is the word. So I try to stagger them, so it's not all lumpy, bumpy in the same place. And I get like 2 of each of these, so in this case I kept them together pretty well. Oops. That sticker just wanted to be used. And we'll readjust. The weather here has been so weird. We've had 2 derecho warnings this year already. Growing up and stuff, never heard the word derecho, and now we hear it, it seems like every week. And I know it's because of climate change and stuff, but it just seems so crazy to me. A derecho is when you have hurricane force winds on land. A derecho went through 2 or 3 years ago now to a city south of us. We have family that lives down there, and when we go, we used to live there, and it looks so different because so many trees are just gone. It really hits the trees hard. So it's really scary in that respect, but there wasn't one in our state. I think there may have been one in Illinois. I haven't heard anything to know how things are over there, but hopefully everyone is okay. Not to be Debbie Downer, but there's that. Alright, and then because you stuck around so long, I'll do a little flip through. I had gotten this size bubble package. It is 9 1/4 by 6 1/4, and then I had gotten these size papers from the Temu shop. They are like 5 3/4 by 8. So I thought this would make the perfect little journal. And this is just from a scrapbook paper pad. I believe it's from one from Hobby Lobby. I can't remember the name of it right now. But I used my Playtime sewing machine to sew around it. It didn't like it very well, but it got the job done. So there's that. And I thought these just went together so well. I don't have any. I just used the paper. And then this was a second paper that I had that I just used a few of those pages to make it have 15. The images are just so pretty and so peaceful. Yeah, I really like this. It's so springtime. The pages do duplicate, which is a bummer, but it is what it is. So pretty. And then this, I just fell in love with this. I love this color. I wish I could have a garden that had flowers like this. But I don't have a green thumb. So it's just really the same on the back side. I don't know yet if I'm gonna do like pockets or anything, or just leave the space for journaling, because these images, you can journal a little bit around them, but not really. So I feel like if I'm gonna use this as a journal, I need the white space for my journaling. So yeah, this is my little flowery fairy journal. And I should probably put a pocket back here because I always have little notes and things I want to tuck in somewhere. But that's my little flower fairy journal with no fairies, but that's what it makes me think of. And it's squishy. I don't know if you can hear that. I love that. So that's what I've been up to in my craft room. I hope that you guys have been having fun in yours. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye!